just recently, well, I should say this year, there was a documentary released trying to figure out or explain how your pops had passed away. You know, did you watch it? Were you a part of it? Did you have any knowledge that it was being done?
Yeah, to be real with you, Tony, to just be all the way 100. Yeah, I had great knowledge of it. You know, getting ready to be done. Was asked to be a big part of it. Was pretty much know a lot of it, because let's just be real, it's on WE TV. You know what I mean? I've been doing growing up hip hop on WE TV for what, 3 to 4 years now, for over 3-4 seasons. And so of course, you know, it was. Have I seen it? No. Have I watched any of it? No. I think even that I got the cuts and edits of it and wouldn't even watch it to speak on it. And I was just personally, just to be real, I wasn't a fan of it, and I supported it because of my sister Erica Wright. You know what I mean? And that's, a lot of people may think Erica, you know, is the oldest, you know, daughter of my father, and she's actually the second oldest.
Okay.
But she plays the role as mama, you know, but big sister, you know, to all the girls really, and mama to everybody. She's a neutral one that don't care about the entertainment, don't care about, you know what I'm saying, anything else but the love of what we are supposed to have as brothers and sisters. You feel what I'm saying? And that's just, you know, her straight shot of how she feels, you know what I mean, period, point blank, on all of us. And she had a vision and a passion to want to do something with our sister Erin. And, you know, I straddled the fence on not wanting to do it, not wanting to support it, not really caring about none of it. And then, of course, you know, me and her, and then the significance of Erica Wright is me and her have the same mama and daddy. You know what I'm saying? I don't know the world, you know what I'm saying? Every brother and sister, sibling is love. But let's just be honest, it's a different zone when you have the same mama and daddy. You feel what I'm saying? It's just genuine. It's just genuine there. It's no forcing to it. And I said, you know, well, you know, I want to do this for what her passion is, because it is really against anything that I really care about. I don't want to do an investigation on my father. I don't want to care about bringing that up. I feel that to a point to where his legacy be more of what we and me spoke on about, a good that he does for you know what I mean, every community that he touched on, every community that he supported, every community that he invested in or anything, and what he has done to this game in music. You feel what I'm saying? His accolades of trying to get him a star, you feel what I'm saying, on Hollywood, as far as, you know, what he laid down for this, period, point blank, and the branches and the seeds that he planted for everybody to grow in this game. Yes. We would know none of these motherfuckers.
Absolutely.
They wouldn't have nothing to say. I want to continuously go on that route to get as a star and his recognition for that. I don't want to be living and thinking about, you know, the things that us personally have to feel, but it has to be put on a highlight in the forefront. You feel what I'm saying? And maybe it gets to the point to where me and my brothers and sisters, you know, have our own powwow as one. You feel what I'm saying? All together, all 11 of us as one, and do what we need to do. You feel what I'm saying? But as far as putting out a documentary for that, no, I want to do one to tell his real story of his real life. Right. You feel what I'm saying? Solely about my father. You feel what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And if it got to go to the point to where it's simultaneously done with my own story that I'm doing, and I depict and take you back and forth, and simultaneously tell you how we both are living somewhat the similarities in life and what we go through to the journeys that we can, and his being the tragedy can, and his son learning to do what he can, you know, giving you a thing of it. That's what I want to do, you know, right. Or something on his life, himself, his real accomplishments, because that movie didn't do it. You feel what I'm saying? Right. You know, it didn't depict on what he really stood for, what he really was a part of, or what he really had hands on doing. You feel what I'm saying? Right. I think he's not here to tell that story. So who had better than it for his own son, right, to go to his own brothers, to his own mother, to his own bodyguards, to his own members, and even the ones that told the story that I could still go sit down with, the Yellas, the Wrens, the Cubes, the all that, to sit here, and all of you help me tell this story as far as and to tell his story, because nobody's here to fight for his story. I feel people told their story. You feel what I'm saying? That's all I feel like that. But not to take away from the movie, because what the movie did is refurbished of who he is to a generation that wasn't even born. Right. So all I can do is just give all praise to God for that. Like, why? I mean, again, son, I done laid out this, go out and get it. And me and Yella toured the world. I toured the world. I did a show in Australia when I had to go do a meet and greet outside with a group of 16-year-olds, and to see her think y'all wasn't even born.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
that's almost amazing.
That was a beautiful of it, you know it. And I just got out of jail when this came out. I got out in what, July, and the movie came out August. Y'all know the date. So it's just a blessing to say, hey, you know, hey, this was destined to happen. This is God's plan.
Right.
And that movie just blew up, and then it gave me, when I got out, I lost my house. You feel what I'm saying? I had a child out of wedlock on my old lady. You feel what I'm saying? I turned the age. I mean, I was the age my father was, sitting in jail. He passed away. I'm sitting in jail. I'm going through all this, some midlife crisis of what the fuck.
Yeah.
And I got extra time cut off, and I was out. And I'm gonna be out before the movie get out. And I went with my family, and we wouldn't seen this, and we did all in the other. You feel what I'm saying? And that wasn't really as far as in what you feel like the accomplishment. It was what I was be able to sit here and have the will to do to take care of my kids when I got out, family, and get back on my feet after this movie and tour the world with DJ Yella.
Awesome.
Looked out for me and did that.
Were you and your family invited to any of the premieres?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we all went. We was invited to go see it before the premiere. And, you know, we all walked out of disappointed, you know what I mean? I wasn't really geared up to want to go to the premiere besides all the hoopla of like, hey, you know, let's go represent for the right family.
Now, there were things that I have read via social media, via online, that you had tried out to play for your father's role. Is that true?
Yeah,
Plenty of times. So did they at least allow you to try out?
Plenty of times. They actually called me in to try out, you know what I mean? And not to sit here and for people to sit here and give it off like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, they didn't give you a chance. They didn't give you an opportunity to do it. They actually did. They probably didn't put me in the best position to sit here and be able to play my father. But it gave me probably like a year in advance to go lose some weight, you feel what I'm saying? Get in shape. I'm more stockier than my daddy, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I'm taller than him, tell the truth, you feel what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? I just like I have his older man built, not to sit here and go back into the early 80s, you know what I'm saying, and play that. So you'll think that you would have gave me maybe a heads up. People have seen me in shape, you feel what I'm saying? People have seen what I have looked upon being in my prime or when I want to do anything. So therefore that's not nothing that couldn't have been done. And then it was an excuse of losing drastic weight, you know what I mean, because if he got sick, you feel what I'm saying? And then it was the main one that hit me is when I did go and actually seen Dre, and it was when Kendrick and Nipsey Hussle was performing at the Novo, long time, years ago, when Kendrick was just not even, he was just, you know, of course, think back, you know, before they started doing production of the movie, so we know how far that was, and Dre was there supporting them, and I went in and talked to Dre, we chilled, we drunk, we got, you know, was drinking, hanging out, and F. Gary Gray came in, you feel what I'm saying, and they sat down and, you know, they start giving, you know, their give-offs of what it is. Mind you, they know that I went in to audition. Cube is known. He said he got the call knowing that I went in to audition, me and my brother. And it was more so, of course they wanted a polished actor for my father's, which is the biggest part. But again, I still could have got prepared for that. You know, and not crying on it, nothing like that. So everything as far as, because I know everybody who has support of me gave rebuttal to the things that, you know, I will say, hey, well, no, they needed this. I have understanding too. The key is they had a problem with asking me to play my father dying. And that right there, I actually understood, like, I didn't dawn on that.
Right.
You know what I mean? I didn't dawn on, like, whoa.